You alright guys, this is Matstrats here. I'm bringing you a gameplay footage of Overwatch. We do 2 for 0 I think on this game. We win it cleanly. I think the game actually has about 35 kills in for me, get a few gold medals, and there's about 11 kill streak in there as well. Basically it's just something for you to watch while I'm going through the roundup of E3 and what's happened over the last week. The games that I feel that have really shown what they can do, and the games that I feel like have just let it go a little bit and just not quite presented a game that really grasps me. So we'll go through the games that I think are going to be the best sellers, the biggest anticipated ones, and the first one that I'm going to go for is Spider-Man, and it's the game that I wish I had right now. And the reason I'm going for Spider-Man is because, if you don't know me, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I love my Spider-Man. Spider-Man's my favourite, to be honest, out of all the Marvel characters. It's a toss-up between him and Gambit. I think Spider-Man edges it. And basically, if you've not seen the trailer, you should watch it, because they've shown us a game that looks absolutely perfect. It looks like you are Spider-Man, which is something that, it sounds such an easy thing and a fundamental thing to get wrong, but a lot of the Spider-Man games of late have not been distributing that at all. They've not been giving the player the chance to actually be Spider-Man. The storylines have been so linear in the past. I don't know, even just swinging through the streets hasn't felt like web slinging. It's not felt like you are Spider-Man. And this looks so much better. If you've ever played the Arkham games, the last 3 or 4 I think it's been, it's that basically, but as Spider-Man. The combat system is very similar, which is a good thing, because the first Arkham game from Batman, that sort of revolutionised that combat style, almost like sitting in the rafters waiting and then picking your targets and doing things in the shadows. But it's been such a good way to fight, to be honest. I mean, that combat system is just fun. You can press what you like and it's fun, and the way that you go through your transition between attacks, you feel like you're actually controlling them and you're actually there with them. This game does that, but with the additional bonus of being Spider-Man, which is even better. If you've not seen the trailer, you should definitely watch it. There's a bit of a cutscene in it, so there's a bit of a cinematic in there, but then you get to see the gameplay of actually playing Spider-Man, and it does look really good. There's even a bit where you finish this fight and you're on a chase through the New York City, and you're swinging through past building to building, and it looks like you've actually got to grapple onto buildings like you used to be able to back in the old days. I think it was like Spider-Man 2. That was I think it was for PlayStation 2. That was the best game that there's been for regarding Spider-Man, I think, up to now. And you can see how long it's been since the PlayStation 2 and then the PS4, and they've not developed and they've not produced a game that's been truly Spider-Man. But I think this could do it. I think this is it, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think this is, yeah, it looks really good. The graphics are good. It looks smooth. Everything looks polished. And they even did a little sneaky Easter egg at the end. If you've not seen it yet, at the end of the trailer, watch it, because it is good, and anybody that's a Spider-Man fan will know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be the game that I wish I'd got now, and I think it's going to be a good seller, because again, it's been such a long time since you've had a Spider-Man game that people have been able to buy and think, wow, this is Spider-Man. I mean, I had the last one and it was so linear. I'm really hoping it's going to be like I would say free roam. I hope it's going to be like an RPG in some elements, in the sense that I want to be able to swing through the city and do different tasks and not just go straight for the storyline and just go, right, this boss needs fighting, this boss needs fighting. I'm hoping that there's going to be so many different, because there's so many villains in Spider-Man you could put in there, hoping that all those are going to be, just like in the Batman games, you could follow the storyline if you wanted, or you could break off and do like side missions, but they weren't just side missions, they were actually side stories, if you know what I mean. They were actually, they've got their own storyline subplots in there, and I quite like that, and I think that's what they should do. I mean, I'm hoping it's not just going to be based around achievements saying, oh, kill like 5,000 baddies or whatever, because that's just boring. I don't want to do that. I want to actually break off and go down different character arcs and interact with different people, even if it's villains, just interact with different things. But I think that's what they'll do. I can't imagine them producing a game that looks so polished and so good that you can do what you like on it, and then not have the aspect of, well, you can free roam, but there's nothing else to do there. I think they will actually implement other things in there to basically flesh out the story, because I think that's what they need. So I'm excited for that. That's what I'm really looking forward to. And I think the other one that I'm looking forward to as well is God of War. Now, I don't know if you've seen the trailer for it, but God of War looks amazing, and it looks like they're going through the Nordics. They've killed all the Greek gods. Now they're going to go the Nordic gods, which is cool. And he looks old, and that's something that you don't necessarily, I don't know, you don't really tie in with Kratos. You don't relate that with Kratos, because Kratos is just a badass in the full sense of the word. He's a badass. He looks a little bit vulnerable at the minute. It looks a bit older. He's got a child with him. We're assuming it's his kid. I think it is, to be honest. And that would be interesting, because he's got. You've seen Kratos as bloodlust and completely destroy everything. Now I'm hoping you're going to see him like transition to like a. Well, he will be a father figure, but more responsible, shall we say? It'd still be good, because I've seen the combat systems and like how he reacts with the AIs is killing him, and it is good, and his head's flying everywhere, which is what you want. But I'm hoping that you get to see a different side of Kratos, and I think that's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna present in that game. It does look amazing. I mean, it looks like he's lost his daggers, which is not a bad thing, because he's got this badass axe now, which looks good. It's like a boomerang axe. You throw it and it comes back to you. But yeah. It's going to be interesting, the storyline. I mean, they needed to do something to revitalise that sort of series, because it finished. He's killed all the gods. Where'd you go from there? And I got the last one when he went back. It was a prequel. Did not enjoy that at all. I think it just didn't have the God of War feel, and I didn't resonate with it very well at all. So I'm hoping that this, with a brand new character arc, brand new story, more people in it. I mean, these gods. If you don't know the Nordic folklore, then you're not going to know these gods. I mean, I'm not very good at it. I'm not well versed on it. So that'd be interesting to see what gods are going to actually come into that. So I'm excited. If it's gods at all, I mean, I'd assume it would be, but we don't know. It's going to be a good one to watch out for. And again, a game that I wish I had now to play, and unfortunately we don't. But every time the developers tease a little bit more, it makes you want it more, doesn't it? I think it's really good. I think it's going to be highly anticipated in that one. The other games that I noticed that are quite cool, actually, is Shadow of the Colossus. Now, I've not played that before, which is a sacrilege, I know. I wish I had. And I kept looking to get it for the PS4, but no releases ever came out. I think it was a PS3 port, and that was it. Which is a shame, but I'm excited at the fact that I get to play this now, because my friends have played it, everybody's played it, and raved about it, and like chasing after giants the size of skyscrapers. That looks cool to me, and it looks so good. I mean, it looked good before when they remastered it, but even now, I mean, you don't have to do much. All they did was they would just put the caption on the Japanese games, and that was it. And people were hooked. They were like, oh my god, this is Shadow of the Colossus. I can't believe this. If you've not seen the trailer for it, watch it. I mean, it's not explosive or anything like that. It makes you want to play it. Again, it's something that you don't need a lot. You don't need to do a lot to make an audience go, do you know what? That's the game I want to play. And he just did it. It looked dreary, but in a good way. Because I mean, that's what you want. You want it's just you, your horse, and just these big monsters, and that's it. I mean, I'm excited to play it actually. And again, it'll be a game that I put on the pre-order list, to be honest, and get it straight away. So if you've not seen those 3 games, definitely get on that. Quickly mentioning a couple of games, because I'm running out of time, I think. The new COD looks really good, and it could be the first COD I'm going to get in ages. I mean, it's been about 3 or 4 years since I've last bought a COD and properly played it. This looks like it's good. I mean, it looks very Battlefield, which is not a bad thing at all. Another game that I'm quite looking forward to is the Detroit Becoming Human. I think that's going to be interesting in the fact that it's going to be like Heavy Rain. You can choose different replies, different responses to people, and it's going to just take off different paths, and you're going to be making your own story within a story. It's going to be interesting. I like that, and I like the fact that you can go back and play it again. Like if you, for example, if you choose not to kill a guy and save a guy, and then you think, you know what, let's kill him this time. It's going to completely flip the perspective of the game, change the scenarios, how it pans out. I like that, because again, you're getting more for your money. You're not just getting one linear game. You're getting quite a few all packed into one game. I'm going to quickly wrap up because we're running out of time. Other games that I think are going to be really good are going to be Monster Hunter. That's going to when that releases for the consoles, for the PS4. That's going to be sick. It's going to be a game that you can actually get into. It's the first time they've released one for a console for a long time. Something you can actually get into and play with your friends, because I like the idea that I can drop into games with friends. There's not many games at the minute that I would say, Joe, let's jump on this and play, because unfortunately there's not many games that I think are worthy of us all playing together, or a game that we all want to buy together, which is a shame. And also, when Pokemon is going to be released for the Switch, because they've announced that they're going to do an RPG, that's going to be huge. I think my life's going to end when I get to that point. I'm just going to be inside, I'm going to be a hermit, just going to play all day long, catch whatever Pokemon I can. That's going to be sick. But again, that's in development at the minute. We're not sure when that's going to be released, when it's going to land, if you know how many years it's going to be down the line. that's pretty much it, guys. I'm really sorry I've not gone through the things that I thought were going to be failures. We will go through that. That might be a different video in a couple of days. Other than that, if you're new to the channel, you've not seen me before, feel free to hit the subscribe button, have a look through the videos. Make yourself at home. My name is Matt Strats, and I'll see you all soon.